Good morning, this is a quick playthrough of Nikke Goddess of Victory in the summer event.
Goddess of Victory, Nikke.
I'll follow you
Going on.
closely, teacher.
I'm going!
I'll follow you
This
closely,
second
teacher.
story is out.
Here I go.
Oh, it's not even out yet. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Oh no, I just feel like, because the stream won't be too long. It's like, yeah. There's like an event.
Time for class to begin. Give me just a second. Time for class to begin.
What's going on?
Show them no quarter. You are out of harm's way, fleeting as it may be. You wouldn't seem so awkward.
Time for class to begin.
One more victory for both and me.
Oh no, this is just a quick thing. Just going through. Yeah. Today is the morning for me. Nighttime is for you.
I'm going!
I have stayed at me. I did stay at me. I did stay there a couple of times.
When the day comes to the end, remember today will be the first day of breathing together.
Who shall be the next to fall under my blade? I may not be the best. Ready to go? My time to put my firepower to the test.
Will keep us apart.
Ready to go. Who shall be the next to fall under my blade?
Tonight will appear all the stars twinkling clear.
And going fine.
Moonlight shines bright.
It's a quick playthrough.
There's no need to waste our energy. Come tomorrow, the water will recede and the path will reappear. I found this place earlier when I was wandering around the island searching for materials. As I was walking here, I noticed that some dead fish and seaweed had washed up halfway along the pathway. I looked into it, and this phenomenon is referred to as high and low tide. Look at those rock walls. See those watermarks? That's as high as the water level will get. So get a hold of yourself and come sit down. Your energy is making me nervous. How could I not be? Since I know nothing will happen. Now come and sit down. Aren't you cold? Come closer.
Okay.
Are you feeling uncomfortable? Then come sit closer. I'll make us some tea. Yes. I thought it would be nice to have a cup of tea while taking in the ocean view. So I brought some from the Ark. I made it a while back, so the flavor may have suffered slightly, but I think you'll still find it satisfactory.
This is like the second part of the event.
Here, try some. Is it good? It may not be the fanciest of setups, but this isn't a half-bad way to drink it.
Funny thing is I'm
The
drinking
most
a cup of tea.
important thing is that it's nice to be somewhere where it's just you and me. I won't be forgetting this anytime soon. Stay still for a moment. You had some seaweed on you. We're definitely by the ocean, there's no doubt about that. By all means. What do you mean? Yes? Uh-huh. Anything else? We can take it further. We should. Right now, it's just you and me. It's as if we're the only two people left in the entire world.
Okay.
No prying eyes or ears at all. So, I'm going to do precisely what my heart tells me to.
Oh.
Initiating engagement sequence.
That was quick. No problem.
Fancy a drink?
Sakura stands up.
They say the sea is particularly beautiful at night. I'd love for you to take a moonlit stroll with me.
Yeah, it's a good day. It's cold. It's winter where I am right now. So it must be summer where you are.
It's bright out. That's a relief. Why don't we go for
Yeah,
a
it's
little
pretty
walk?
cold.
Give me your
Ah.
hand.
I think a sea cave would be a lot colder in winter.
You have such big hands. You're quite tall as well. And you have nice broad shoulders. Such a masculine body. I never noticed how attractive you were. Which part of me do you find beautiful? It's quite a thrill declaring these things that I normally wouldn't dare say out loud. Now, if you would, please answer my question. What is it about me that you find so beautiful?
Guess I'll just go a silly one.
You're quite obvious with your assessment of beauty, aren't you? Not that I'm offended, certainly not. In fact, I'm almost flattered. Actually, no. I am flattered. It's a bit embarrassing hearing someone compliment me like this. You don't look embarrassed at all, though. Apparently, you must be used to being given compliments.
Yeah. Yeah, not exactly.
Something has been weighing on my mind these past few days. Whether you can truly be mine, and mine alone. I know that you're destined for great things, and your entire life can't revolve around me. I understand that. But this, here, it belongs to me, and no one else. Remember that.
Which of you scornful dunderheads dare step forward?
Alright, off him again. That was intense.
You must persevere. Fancy a drink?
Making a sandcastle.
Yes. I've wanted to do this for a long time. All my life, I've never had the need to create anything. That's why I've been so intrigued by the notion of building a sandcastle. Even if you fail, you can always try again. You can always rebuild it. It's quite forgiving for someone who's a beginner like me. How about the Semekai Mansion?
That's a very high bar.
You never know until you try.
Alright, fair
I
enough.
know that place inside and out, like the back of my hand. Theoretically speaking, it should be the perfect starting point for me. Shall we give it a try? It's all about attention to detail and patience.
Yeah, she's able to build it.
In
Wow.
fact, I think there are some similarities to the process of brewing tea. Would you like to try? Here, come sit behind me. Let me guide your hands and teach you. There's no need to rush. Take it nice and slow, as if you're caressing the sand with your fingertips. You're doing well. Let's try making a gap here. You're doing well.
Thank you.
Let's continue. That's right. Yes. The previous head of Semakai was my father. I inherited it all from him.
Your father?
Ever since I was young, long before I became a Nikke,
Oh.
I grew up within the organization. I had want for nothing, and had a peaceful childhood, free of any difficulties. To me, the organization represented the entire world. A perfect world, prepared for me. I knew we were involved in activities that were frowned upon, but that was just one small part of a bigger world. However, there inevitably came a time when that world was shattered. My father fell ill with a terrible disease. Something not even the technology in the Ark could cure. Unsurprisingly, chaos ensued regarding who would be his successor. It felt as if outsiders were invading and crossing our boundaries. The organization was being targeted both from the inside and out. That's when my once pristine world became tainted. My father had arranged everything, except for a proper successor. He had sired many children, but they knew little of what was going on, and they paid for it with their own lives. I didn't want to ruin the world my father had built, but I was just a weak little girl. I didn't stand a chance of holding back those invaders who had breached our walls with weapons in hand. So, I had to become a weapon myself. On the day my father's eyes closed for the last time, I decided to become a Nikke by my own hand.
Yeah, as a reminder, Nikke, some Nikke were originally regular women who decided to become mechanized weapons. Oh yeah, it's still pretty interesting lore that some of these Nikke were originally humans back then.
You are out of harm's
Oh, that was easy.
It wasn't that difficult. All I had to do was thrust the silver dagger that I had into my chest. Things got easier after that. No one was more familiar with this world than I. I knew I was capable of outsmarting the intruders. Now that I had a body that would never deteriorate or tire, it would be easier. Even the subordinates who had served my father remained and swore loyalty to me. My world was safe and would live on. After becoming the head of the organization, I took in my surroundings and saw that everything had been neatly arranged for me beforehand. Loyal subordinates, a luxurious mansion, influence in the underworld, the organization's prestige. I didn't have to lift a finger. There was nothing left for me to desire, for I already had everything. I was the organization, and the organization was me.
I mean, it's still surprising. Like, I didn't know that. Just to know that she was a regular human back then. And now, a android weapon. Or cyborg. Still really know how Nikke, human-based Nikke are made.
None. The organization exists for me, and I exist for the organization. It was an entire world of my own, isolated from everything and everyone else. However, far from that being a point of contention, I found it incredibly satisfying. Yes,
Hmm.
I feel the desire to bring you into my world. But I know it is impossible. You would only end up destroying it.
Yeah.
I'm part of a criminal organization. You are an aspiring go-getter working for the central government, the future savior of the Ark. Us being together doesn't make any sense. It's a matter of origin. I've gone to the dark side, and you're out there in the light. No. Perhaps there is some gray to you. That's why I can't stop myself from desiring you. If you were entirely on the good side of things, I could have suppressed my feelings. Sometimes I think, since you live in a world of gray, perhaps there is a chance of you coming to the dark. But then there are other days when I think there's no chance of that happening. That's why I keep wavering. Should I set my world afire for your sake? You always say what I want to hear. You know this is an impossible situation. It's outlandish enough to the point where I've taken to believing in superstitions involving pink dolphins. I want to acquire the object of my desire without making any real changes to my life. How desperately I desire you. But in the end, superstitions are just that, and nothing more. Even so, I'm wavering. I'm willing to do anything to have you. I would even turn my back on the organization. But I must be patient. I must wait for the day when I find a way to have you and the organization both. I'm only satisfied when I can have everything I want. Call it a personal flaw. So please, wait for me. Stay where you are, like a beautiful photo. Someday, when I am certain I can have everything I want on my own terms, I will take you as mine. Until then, I will not
Well, that's
waver.
great.
The moon is beautiful. The night is still long. Spend a bit more time with me, please.
Ugh, you idiot!
Yeah, so I'll have to like forward the screen because I gotta help.
Shall we? Let's get this party started! Go, boys!
This battle's finished. Moving on.
Yeah, I'll be back soon.